everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I have an unboxing of a Pink and Main Crafty Courtyard box. It's been a while since I've done an unboxing for a Crafty Courtyard kit because Pink and Main's kind of switched over and upgraded their website, and as a result of that everybody had to resubscribe to the monthly kit. And when I was looking to resubscribe, it just wasn't a kit that I was most interested in. And then, to be honest, I kind of forgot for a couple months. And then this one popped up on my radar, and I could not pass it up. So what you get in the kit is a project bag, which is awesome, but it's not the same size as they had a while ago. And I remember a viewer commenting that eventually the plan was to go back to that larger size, but I still haven't seen that happen, and I'm a little bit bummed because the larger size I preferred, because you could actually fit a US letter size sheet of paper right inside, whereas this size, it's exactly the outside dimension is the same as a US letter size, so you can't fit a sheet of paper or any inside here. So it's a little bit of a bummer. It's still nice to have, obviously, a mesh zippered storage bag, don't get me wrong. It's just that having seen and in the past gotten the larger size, I kind of much prefer that. But I don't want to dwell on that too much because I know I've talked about it in the past as well. Okay, so this month's kit is called Pandemonium, and that is why I could not pass it up, because I love my pandas. So beautiful colorway. Let me go ahead and set some of this aside so I can start showing it. So this is actually also the first, I knew about this change, but this is the first kit that I've gotten where I've seen the change. And I do like the stickers in lieu of the pen that we were getting, because you can actually craft with this. You can use it. It's not just a collectible, which I say just a collectible, but for a lot of people that does have some meaning. For me, I'd rather have something practical that I can use in my crafting, and so this really fits the bill. And it was the buttons that we were getting, not the pins, sorry. But with the stickers, one cool thing that you could do, I love that they are just plain circles, because you can use them as envelope seals, but also you could, if you wanted, you could peel the sticker off, put it onto some colored cardstock, and then if you have a set of nested circle shaped dies, or even like a circle punch, you can just punch that out. And maybe even punch it with some of like a nice border all the way around. So if you didn't want to use it as envelope seals, you could use it in your card making, in your crafting, in your these would, if you stuck them onto cardstock and then punched it out, you could turn it into like a little text spot in your albums, mini albums. So that's an idea as well. Here are the colors. Now these are nice and solid, but they are not the Basil branded cardstock that we were getting in the past. So still get 2 sheets of the ice rink. And the solid color cardstock feels like it's about the same paper weight. Not, maybe a little bit thinner, but if it is, it's not by much. And it's smooth on both sides. It looks to be solid core. Love it. So really nice, high quality cardstock here. The colors are Riverwalk, The Park, Evening Cloud, Salon, Sidewalk, and Asphalt. And then we get the 2 sheets of the ice rink. And it's, when you look at the postcard and you compare that to the actual papers, it's pretty close. They did a really good sort of color match. The green one might be the only one that feels a little bit off, but the rest look pretty. This is a pretty good representation, so that's really nice. Then we get our embellishments as per usual, and I love the enamel dots. Look, perfectly coordinates. I would say though the second column is a little bit more yellow than it is green. So that's the only one that doesn't feel like it's matchy with the cardstock. The rest I feel like are pretty good. Yeah, they're really good matches. It still coordinates, but I'm just saying, like in terms of the color matching, it's a little bit different than the green. And then we get some confetti. This is cool. So it's actually two different types. So you have black dots on white and the inverse, white dots on black. And there's actually different size confetti bits in there. They're nice and flat. So if you like to make shaker cards but you don't want to pay extra postage, you could use more flat confetti like this, and that still keeps your card relatively flat and easy to mail. So there's that. Ooh, loving this. The paper pads, so 24 sheets, and it's all black and white patterns. So super versatile. It's going to be really easy to use. And oh look, it even says it. You can foil these papers. So it's black and white toner printed. And that toner is going to allow you to actually foil this with your foils that run through a mink machine or through a laminator. So that's pretty fantastic. I love that. And so that makes these even more versatile, because then you can add some, that little bit of foiled shine to it and change the black to whatever foil color you have. So I think that's going to be really fun to craft with. Super versatile, that. And then we do get a 6x6 stencil of bamboo stalks and leaves as a background. And for a while I know that they were doing stencils that had the extra little bit of plastic with the holes that I think were designed so that you could put it into the Pandemonium storage binder, which I don't have, so I don't know 100% if that was true, but I vaguely remember that being the case. I actually quite like having just the stencil in the 6x6 because I always felt like I had to be really careful to cover up those binder holes so that I didn't accidentally stencil through them, because they aren't part of the design. So I actually prefer this. But I think that's mostly because I don't have the pink and main storage binder. If I did, maybe I would feel differently. So so that's the stencil, which I think looks awesome and very fun to craft with. Then we have our 6x6 embossing folder, which I love because I make USA 2 size cards the most. After that, maybe 5x7, and then 6x6 would be my next preferred size. And it's nice to have the full 6x6 because then you can emboss a panel for that entire card front, and you could still use this for a 5x7. You might just want to add like a couple of mats and layers, to take up the 7-inch height of a 5x7 card. But I love that this is just a really nice versatile heart pattern, and it's not all the same hearts. It looks like there's going to be some hearts that are more solid and then some that are just the outline. So I think that's going to look really adorable and super versatile, not because it's not panda themed or specific. I think it's going to be something that you can kind of craft with all year long for any occasion, really. And of course, look at this. This is this Pandemonium 6x6 stamp set, and look at how many pandas you get. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pandas, and they're all I love that they're all kind of doing different things. Some of them are very active, some are just kind of snoozing. So they're really, really cute. And then most, if not, not all of the sentiments are punny. So life is without you is unbearable. You're pandastic. Let's create pandemonium. Hang in there. That's not punny. Happy birthday is not punny. And then sending bear hugs. And what's really cool, I think, is that you do get like a couple of different panda images that I think would be very fitting with the different sentiments. So for example, happy birthday, we have two pandas, one with I mean, you can use any of them obviously, but there are two that very kind of thematically matched happy birthday sentiment. So the gift, the panda holding the gift, and the panda with the balloon and party hat. And let's create Pandemonium. I kind of feel like this panda and that panda are kind of having the most sort of fun, a little bit more raucous than some of the other pandas. So I feel like those two would work really well with that. Hang in there. I feel like both of these pandas that are on the little bamboo branch could be great for that sentiment. So I feel like you could use multiples of these and mix and match them with the sentiments, and that just gives you a lot more choice and flexibility. I also really love the size of these pandas because they aren't super small, which means that even if you just put one onto a card front, I think it would still look pretty nice. And so, one panda can carry a card, but they're not so big that, that you can't put multiple pandas and still be able to fit them into a single card front scene. So this is a USA 2 card base. And, I mean, I'll take it out because it'll be a little bit easier to show. So, I wasn't planning on doing this, so that's why I didn't take that out in advance. But you can see how putting, just one onto a card, maybe you stamp it onto a circle die cut and then maybe add another matte layer around that circle die cut, and I think that's a really nice size for a focal image. So most of these appear to be like maybe 1.5 to 2 inches tall, maybe like an inch and a little bit wide. So I think they're great. I love the size. I love their I love how some of them are just having a blast. Some are just kind of chilling out. I love that one. That one's super adorable. So really, really cute. And as always, we get the coordinating dies to cut out all of the images, which I love because I am not super great at fussy cutting. So I always appreciate coordinating a set of coordinating dies. Pardon my puppy if you can hear him in the background. All of the images, including the bamboo, which I didn't even mention, and the leaves, do have dies to cut them out. So basically everything but the sentiments has a coordinating die. So super fantastic. I did check and it doesn't appear to line up that the stamped bamboo, it's the same style and shape as what the stencil design is, including the leaves. They appear to be the exact same kind of shape leaves. It's just that the stencil is smaller. So I was hoping when I saw this stamp that you could maybe stamp it out in like a darker green, for example, and then use the stencil as a quick way to color it. But when I layer the bamboo stock, for example, like lining up the bottom with the bottom, it starts to get a little bit off, and then you can see the stamped image is a little bit taller than the stencil, so it doesn't really doesn't really fit. It would have been like super awesome if they had coordinated this so that it does work that way, because then you can do some really quick, stamping and coloring. And a lot of times Pink and Main will do solid stamps as a way to do some quick coloring, but bamboo is not super hard to color, so I'm not mad at that. I just think it would have been like super awesome attention to detail if this had coordinated with those. But that is the Pandemonium Crafty Courtyard kit from Pink and Main. When I craft with this kit, I'll be sure to link to that video at the end of this one, and as well at the end of this video I will also link to my Pink and Main playlist, so you can see all of my previous makes featuring Pink and Main supplies. Thanks so much for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.